Certainly, there are still many things we don't know about cats. But one thing is clear. They prioritize trust above all. If they know they can trust you, you'll have the most loyal friend for life. However, if that trust is broken, repairing it can be truly challenging. In this video, we will unveil 9 things that destroy your cat's trust in you without you even realizing it. Number 9. Not respecting their signs of fear. Cats show fear in various ways. They may hide, hiss, flatten their ears, raise their fur, or flee. These are all natural responses they have to protect themselves from perceived threats. When we ignore these signs and force cats into situations where they feel scared, we send a clear message that their feelings of discomfort are unimportant to us. Let's say your cat is afraid of unfamiliar people. If you try to force your cat to interact with a newly arrived visitor to your home, they may become even more frightened. They may start to associate visitors with forced and uncomfortable interactions. Instead, try to introduce them to new experiences slowly and calmly, always ensuring they feel safe and in control. For example, if introducing them to a new pet, do so gradually, allowing your cat to observe from a distance and become accustomed to the new presence at their own pace. This approach shows respect for their emotions and helps build trust. 8. Overstimulation. What exactly happens when a cat is overstimulated? The answer is sensory overload. When they are touched too much, especially in sensitive areas like the belly, base of the tail, or paws, it can become uncomfortable or even painful. To avoid overstimulation, it's best to let the cat guide the interaction. Notice where they enjoy being petted and for how long. Some may prefer gentle strokes along their back, while others may enjoy having their head or chin petted. If they've had enough of cuddles, they'll communicate it. Cats communicate how comfortable they feel in subtle ways, so it all comes down to paying attention to their body language. If they start to move away, flick their tail, or show any signs of discomfort, it's time to pause and give them space. Number 7. Punishing or scolding severely. Here's the thing. Cats don't understand punishment the way we think. If you raise your voice, shout, or physically reprimand them, they don't associate that yelling or punishment with what they did wrong. Instead, they associate you with that bad moment of yelling or physical punishment. Additionally, cats have a different set of social rules and behaviors than we do. What we may perceive as misbehavior, like scratching furniture or jumping on countertops, are natural instincts for them. So when they're punished for these actions, they become very confused because they're being reprimanded for simply acting like cats. Instead of punishment, the key is to understand why they're behaving a certain way. Are they scratching the sofa because they don't have a proper scratching post? Are they jumping on countertops because they're bored? Try to redirect their attention to what they should do, and then reward them with treats or praise when they do what you want. This is a safe way to build a much healthier and trusting relationship because they'll remember the reward whenever they do what you want and will return to good behaviors. Number 6. Feeding them at irregular times. This is one of the things that most provides a sense of insecurity and instability in a cat's life. Cats are quite intelligent and have an internal clock that helps them anticipate regular events, such as meal times. If you feed them today, half an hour later than usual, they start to worry and wonder when their next meal will be and if it will come. On the other hand, feeding your cat at the same time every day can actually strengthen your bond with them. They begin to associate you with the positive experience of receiving their meals, which in turn increases trust and affection for you. Conversely, careless feeding times can break that trust, as they begin to see you as unreliable. 5. Interrupting their sleep. We all know how adorable cats are when they're curled up in their blankets and deeply asleep. It's tempting to give them a stroke or a pet during these quiet moments. However, this is a surefire way to break their trust. First, consider how much sleep a cat really needs. Cats are known for their love of sleep, typically sleeping anywhere from 12 to 16 hours a day. This isn't just a preference, it's a biological need for them. Additionally, cats are territorial creatures driven by routine. They choose their sleeping spots carefully, seeking out places where they feel safe and comfortable. When their rest is continually disturbed, it can create a sense of insecurity and discomfort. They may start to associate their once safe sleeping spots as places to be avoided, leading them to seek out new areas or become more hidden when they go to sleep. It's also important to understand that cats communicate their boundaries in various ways, and respecting these boundaries is crucial to maintaining their trust. If a cat is consistently awakened, they may start to feel that their signals and communications aren't being respected, which can lead to a breakdown in trust between the cat and their human friend. Number 4. Forced interactions. Every cat has its own social boundaries. Some may love constant hugs and long cuddle sessions, while others may prefer only occasional pets or just being in the same room as you without direct contact. When these boundaries are disregarded, such as constantly picking up a cat that doesn't enjoy cuddling, it creates a big problem in the long run. They will soon start to associate your overly affectionate behavior with negative experiences and, over time, will begin to avoid you altogether. A much better approach is to allow them to initiate contact. This means letting them decide when and how they want affection. This is so powerful that it often leads to a significant increase in their trust towards you. Here's a simple yet effective trick. Reach out your hand towards your cat and let them come to you and sniff. They might even rub against your hand. By doing this, you show them that you respect their needs and autonomy, which in turn reinforces their trust in you. 3. Neglecting their need for mental stimulation. Cats are intelligent and curious creatures that require mental stimulation to thrive. When they are left alone without any form of mental enrichment, they can become bored, frustrated, and even develop behavioral problems. Providing toys, puzzle feeders, interactive play sessions, and access to vertical spaces for climbing and exploration are essential for keeping their minds engaged and preventing boredom. Neglecting their need for mental stimulation can lead to a breakdown in trust, as they may seek out destructive behaviors or become disinterested in interacting with you. Number 2. Leaving them alone for too long. This can greatly impact your cat's trust in you. Cats develop strong bonds with their owners through interaction, playtime, or simply being in each other's presence. When your cat is regularly left alone for many hours, several issues can arise. First, loneliness sets in. Cats can become bored and even depressed without stimulation or company. It's not just about missing you, but also missing out on the interactive and enriching activities that often come with your presence. Another aspect to consider is anxiety. When you're absent unpredictably and for prolonged periods, they don't know if you'll come back home or if they'll receive food, leading to separation anxiety. Most ethologists, who are experts in animal behavior, agree that cats also use social interactions with their humans to learn things and to reinforce trust. When these interactions are absent for long periods, it weakens the cat's bond with the human and may cause them to become more distant or even destructive. Number 1. Not gradually introducing them to new environments. This is crucial because cats rely on their sense of smell to understand and feel comfortable in their space. A new environment lacks their scent, which makes them feel insecure and disoriented. They may feel like you've brought them into a hostile and unfamiliar territory. So, how should you properly introduce them? The key is to do it gradually. Start by setting up a small, safe space for them. A room with all their necessities such as food, water, litter box, and some familiar items like their bed or toys they enjoy. Let them explore the rest of the new environment at their own pace. Don't rush the process. As they become more accustomed to the new smells and spaces, they'll start to feel more at home. Another important tip is to try to maintain as much of their old routine as possible. Keep the same feeding schedule and, if possible, arrange their belongings similarly to the previous environment. Now that you know how to make your cat trust you, let me ask you something. Do your cats sleep with you? Every day? In this video that's here on the screen, I talk about what happens if your cat sleeps with you every day. Information based on scientific studies. Click on the screen and continue with me in the amazing world of cats.